With Doubtnut, get instant video solutions to all your maths, physics, chemistry, and biology doubts. Just click the image of the question, crop the question, and get instant video solution. Download Doubtnut app today.
Hello students, I am your teacher for this question and the question is the CsCl type structure is exhibited by alkali halides only when the radius of the cation is large enough to keep it touching its 8 nearest neighbor anions. Below what minimum ratio of the cation to anion this contact is prevented. So in this question it is given that CsCl type structure it is also exhibited by alkyl halides when the radius of cation is very large enough to keep touching its 8 nearest neighbor anions, and we have to calculate the minimum ratio of cation to anion by which this contact is prevented. So this can be described on the basis of radius ratio rules. Firstly, CsCl it is an ionic compound and it exists in cubic structure, like it can have CCP, that is cubic closed packing, or HCP or BCC type packing, that is body centered or hexagonal closed packing. So now the radius ratio rules, they tells that if the radius ratio, that is the ratio of cation to the anion, so it tells if this ratio, that is R positive to R negative, this ratio is in the range of 0.225 to 0.414, then tetrahedral holes will be occupied. And this 0.225, this is the minimum value or minimum ratio of the cation or anion, minimum ratio of cation to anion, up to which the cation is just in contact with the anion, and this 0.414 ratio is when they are completely or compactly attached with each other. Then if this ratio, that is cation to anion, is in between 0.414 to 0.732, then the octahedral structure will, or the octahedral holes will be present. In this way, similar, that if this ratio is just 0.414, then the cations and anions will be in just contact with each other, and if it is 0.732, they will compactly arranged to form a closed cubic pack structure. Now if this ratio is between 0.732 to 1, then the cubic structure or cubic holes will be present. It means the minimum ratio for a cubic structure to exist, that is the cation and anion, they will just be in contact with each other at the radius ratio of 0.732. Now in our question it is given that below what minimum ratio of the cation to anion radius ratio the contact is prevented. So as the CsCl it exists in cubic structure, or it will have the cubic holes, so if its minimum ratio is 0.732, they will just be in contact with each other. That is radius of cation and anion, and if this ratio will be 1, they will completely or compactly attach with each other. So if the ratio would be less than 0.732, their contact will be prevented. It means for CsCl, as it exists in cubic structure, if this ratio is less than 0.732, so the contact between anion and cation is prevented. It means below what minimum ratio? So the minimum ratio would be 0.732. Below 7.732, this contact between the cation and anion is prevented. So I hope you understood the solution. Thank you.
For class 6 to 12, IIT JEE and NEET level. Trusted by more than 5 crore students. Download Doubtnut app today.